In the stillness of an ordinary morning, Maria stood before the mirror, her eyes reflecting the weight of years of struggles and unmet expectations. The recent diagnosis of an autoimmune disease had been the final drop in a cup already overflowing, with challenges. It was in this moment of apparent defeat that the words emerged like a distant whisper, "I am already there." At first they seemed empty, almost insignificant in the face of the magnitude of her problems, yet there was something in their simplicity that struck a deep chord within her. The transformative power of these 4 words lies precisely in their ability to transcend the linear time we know. As neuroscientist Joe Dispenza observed in his research on neuroplasticity, our brain does not clearly distinguish between a lived experience and one vividly imagined. When we declare "I am already there," we create a neural bridge between our present reality and the future we wish to manifest. This is not merely a story about positive thinking or visualization. It is a profound journey through the intricacies of human consciousness, where science meets ancient wisdom, and where objective reality intertwines with the infinite power of the subjective mind. The quantum physicist Amit Goswami has long proposed that consciousness is the foundation of all material reality, a perspective that deeply resonates with the power of this affirmation. When we declare "I am already there," we are not merely repeating words. We are activating a field of quantum possibilities. It is as though every cell in our body begins to vibrate at a new frequency, aligning with the reality we wish to manifest. Cellular biologist Bruce Lipton has demonstrated through his studies in epigenetics that our beliefs and perceptions can literally alter the expression of our genes. Maria began her journey with small steps. Every morning, even before opening her eyes, she would take a deep breath and affirm with growing conviction, "I am already there." At first, her rational mind resisted, presenting evidence contrary to her current reality. But something deeper was at work, a subtle shift that began to manifest in various aspects of her life. The consistent practice of this affirmation started to create new neural patterns in her brain. As Dr. Aname explains, Jeffrey Schwartz, in his studies on neuroplasticity, reveals that the conscious repetition of a thought or behavior can literally reshape the brain's circuitry. It is as if each repetition acts like a brush, sketching new neural pathways, gradually establishing a new way of being and perceiving the world. Over the days, Maria began to notice subtle shifts in her posture, her tone of voice, and her daily choices. The affirmation "I am already there" had become more than just a phrase. It was a state of being, a vibrational frequency she naturally emanated. People started reacting to her differently, as if they could unconsciously sense the transformation taking place within her. The power of this practice lies in its ability to align 3 fundamental aspects of human existence: thought, emotion, and energy. When we declare "I am already there" with genuine conviction, our thoughts align with our intention, our emotions rise to the frequency of that desired reality, and our vital energy begins to flow in harmony with this new pattern. This first chapter is an invitation to embark on a transformative journey. It is not a promise of instant results, but rather a call to awaken the power that has always resided within us. As the spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle teaches, the power of the present moment is the key to all transformation. When we declare "I am already there," we bring the future into the present, creating a field of infinite possibilities. In the pages that follow, we will delve deeply into how this simple affirmation can catalyze profound changes in every area of our lives. We will explore how modern science validates ancient spiritual practices and how we can use this knowledge to create lasting transformations in our reality. The power of the affirmation "I am already there" is supported not only by ancestral wisdom, but also by the latest discoveries in quantum physics and neuroscience. In this chapter, we will immerse ourselves in the scientific evidence that explains how our thoughts and emotions can literally reshape our physical reality. Dr. Joe Dispenza, in his groundbreaking research, has demonstrated that when we maintain an elevated emotional state, consistent with our future vision, we begin to attract experiences that align with that vibrational frequency. It is as if our DNA, starts to dance to a new tune, responding to the melody of our deepest intentions. Quantum physics teaches us that, at the most fundamental level, everything in the universe is energy and information. When we declare "I am already there" with true conviction, we are essentially altering our energetic field. Dr. William Tiller, an emeritus professor at Stanford University, has demonstrated through rigorous experiments that human intention can literally alter the physical properties of matter. Think of your brain as a symphony orchestra, where each neuron is an individual musician. When you consciously repeat "I am already there" with intention, it's as if you are conducting this orchestra to play a new symphony. Neuroimaging studies reveal that the consistent practice of positive affirmations can strengthen neural connections associated with positive emotional states and desired behaviors. Epigenetics, a pioneering field studied by Bruce Lipton, reveals that our genes are not our fixed destiny, but instead respond dynamically to our environment, including our thoughts and beliefs. When we declare "I am already there," we are essentially creating a new internal environment that can activate or deactivate different genes, influencing our genetic expression in profound ways. The work of Japanese scientist Masaru Emoto with water crystals visually demonstrated how intention and words can alter the molecular structure of water. Considering that our bodies are predominantly composed of water, we can begin to understand how the conscious repetition of "I am already there" can influence our own cellular structure. Heart coherence, studied by the HeartMath Institute, is another fascinating aspect of this practice. When we align our thoughts and emotions through the affirmation "I am already there," our heart enters a state of coherence that can be scientifically measured. This state of coherence not only benefits our physical health, but also enhances our capacity for manifestation. Studies in neuroplasticity reveal that our brain is constantly reshaping itself based on our predominant experiences and thoughts. When we consistently practice the affirmation "I am already there," we are literally carving out new neural pathways that support our future vision. The field of psychoneuroimmunology provides compelling evidence of how our thoughts and emotions directly influence our immune system. Regular practice of positive affirmations like "I am already there" can strengthen our natural immunity and promote healing at profound levels. Dr. Candace Pert, in her groundbreaking research, discovered that our emotions are not confined to our brain, but are expressed through specific molecules present in every cell of the body. When we maintain the elevated emotional state associated with the affirmation "I am already there," we are literally bathing ourselves in a chemistry of well-being and vitality. The dawn arrived with a particular gentleness that morning. Sophia, an artist who had discovered the power of the affirmation "I am already there" a few months prior, stood on her balcony watching the sunrise, reflecting on how her emotions had subtly transformed through her practice. What once felt like an emotional roller coaster had now become a more harmonious dance, where even the most challenging moments were embraced with newfound understanding. The emotional alchemy that unfolds when we practice "I am already there" is one of the most fascinating aspects of this journey. As Dr. David Hawkins explains in his groundbreaking work on the levels of consciousness, each emotional state carries a specific vibrational frequency. When we consciously elevate our emotional frequency through this affirmation, we initiate a process of transmutation that touches every facet of our existence. Candace Pert, in her revolutionary discoveries about the molecules of emotion, demonstrated that our feelings are not merely abstract mental states, but chemical messengers that bathe every cell in our body. When we affirm "I am already there" with genuine conviction, we are essentially reprogramming our emotional biochemistry, creating a new cocktail of neurotransmitters and hormones that support our well-being. The process of emotional alchemy begins with the recognition that our emotions are energy in motion. Gabor Mate, in his studies on trauma and healing, emphasizes how repressed emotions can create energetic blockages that manifest as physical illness. The practice of "I am already there" provides a secure pathway to release stagnant energies, allowing new, healthier emotional patterns to take root. One of the most profound transformations that occurs through this practice is the shift in our relationship with fear. Fear, which may once have seemed like an insurmountable wall, begins to be recognized as a valuable teacher. When we declare, "I am already there," even in the face of fear, we create a field of possibilities where natural courage emerges as a transformative force. Gratitude arises as a powerful force in this alchemical process. When we live as if we are already where we wish to be, we naturally connect with a state of deep gratitude. This is not a superficial gratitude, but rather a visceral recognition of the abundance that already exists in our lives. As Dr. Robert Emmons has demonstrated in his research, the regular practice of gratitude can literally rewire our neural circuits for greater well-being and emotional resilience. The work of Peter Levine on trauma and somatic healing offers valuable insights into how our practice can help resolve deeply rooted emotional patterns. When we repeat, "I am already there" with mindful presence, we create a safe internal environment where old emotional wounds can be gently acknowledged and released. Self-compassion emerges as a crucial element in this alchemy. Kristin Neff, a pioneer in the study of self-compassion, demonstrates how being kind to oneself in moments of difficulty can profoundly transform our emotional experience. The practice of "I am already there" naturally cultivates this quality, as it invites us to embrace our wholeness, including our imperfections and challenges. The process of emotional alchemy also involves recognizing that our emotions are valuable messengers. Every feeling, even those we label as negative, carries unique wisdom. When we practice "I am already there," we are not attempting to suppress or deny any emotion, but rather to create a space where all emotions can be honored and transformed. Emotional neuroplasticity, studied by Richard Davidson, shows that we can literally train our brains for more positive and resilient emotional states. The consistent practice of "I am already there" serves as emotional exercise, strengthening our ability to maintain elevated emotional states, even in the face of challenges. A fascinating aspect of this alchemy is how it affects our relationships. When we transform our inner emotional landscape, we naturally begin to attract and create more harmonious and nourishing relationships. It is as if our heightened emotional frequency generates a magnetic field that draws in resonant experiences. This practice also teaches us about the transient nature of emotions. Like clouds in the sky, our emotional states are in constant flux. "I'm already there" anchors us in a deeper awareness that transcends emotional volatility, allowing us to navigate life's waves with greater grace and balance. In the dim light of his yoga studio, Carlos adjusted his posture while softly whispering, "I am already there." As a bodywork instructor for 2 decades, he had discovered that the true power of this affirmation manifested not only through the mind, but through the profound wisdom of the body. Every cell, every muscle fiber, every heartbeat could become an instrument of conscious transformation. The human body is a marvel of biological engineering, but it is far more than just a collection of systems functioning in harmony. As Dr. Renaim teaches, Deepak Chopra teaches us that our body is a field of infinite intelligence, constantly renewing itself and responding to our deepest thoughts and intentions. When we practice the affirmation, "I am already there," we are essentially reprogramming every cell of our being to vibrate at a new frequency. Modern psychosomatic medicine, through the pioneering work of researchers like Bessel van der Kolk, reveals how the body stores memories, traumas, and emotional patterns. When we integrate the practice of "I am already there" into our bodily experience, we initiate a process of releasing and reorganizing these patterns at a profound cellular level. The concept of embodiment, or conscious incorporation, takes on a new dimension through this practice. We are not merely repeating words with our minds, but allowing every part of our physical being to resonate with the truth of our affirmation. Antonio Damasio's studies on the nature of bodily consciousness demonstrate how our subjective experiences are intrinsically linked to bodily sensations and states. Breath emerges as a crucial bridge between mind and body in this process. When we synchronize our affirmation, "I am already there," with the natural rhythm of our breath, we create a state of psychophysiological coherence that amplifies our capacity for manifestation. The work of Dr. Stephen Porges' insights on the polyvagal theory provide invaluable understanding. of how this type of practice can regulate our autonomic nervous system. Conscious movement becomes a powerful tool on this journey, whether through yoga, dance, or simply mindful walking. When we move our bodies in alignment with our affirmations, we create new neuromotor patterns that support our future vision. The work of Moshe Feldenkrais on awareness through movement demonstrates how we can literally reprogram our movement patterns for greater freedom and expression. Body posture, extensively studied by Amy Cuddy, reveals how our body language not only reflects our internal state, but can also actively shape it. When we practice I am already there, we naturally begin to adopt a more empowered and confident posture, creating a positive feedback loop between mind and body. The fascial system, a continuous network of connective tissue that permeates our entire body, emerges as a key conductor in this transformative process. Thomas Meyer's research on myofascial lines shows how changes in one part of the body can have ripple effects throughout the entire system. Our practice can literally reorganize this tissue matrix, creating new patterns of movement and expression. The connection between the body and the immune system takes on new significance through this practice. When we maintain a state of coherence through the affirmation, I am already there, we strengthen our natural immunity and enhance our capacity for self-regulation and healing. The work of Dr. Mario Martinez on biocognition demonstrates how our beliefs and practices can directly influence our physical health. The body's circadian rhythm offers particularly potent moments for our practice. By aligning the affirmation, I am already there with the body's natural cycles, such as waking in the morning and relaxing at night, we can harness the innate intelligence of our biological rhythms to amplify our transformation. Conscious touch emerges as a significant dimension of this bodily practice. Even a simple gesture, like placing a hand over the heart while repeating I am already there, can create a profound connection with our innate bodily wisdom. Studies on the therapeutic power of touch, conducted by Tiffany Field, reveal how this type of connection can soothe the nervous system and promote healing. This practice also invites us to honor the signals and messages our body constantly sends us. Rather than viewing physical symptoms as inconveniences to be suppressed, we can recognize them as important communications from our innate bodily wisdom. Gabor Mate, in his work on the mind-body connection, emphasizes how this attentive listening can be transformative. In a quiet laboratory at Princeton University, Dr. Robert was on the verge of a discovery that would forever alter his understanding of reality. As a quantum physicist, he had dedicated decades to the study of subatomic particles, but it was through a personal experience with the affirmation, I am already there, that he began to glimpse the true implications of his scientific work for human consciousness. Quantum physics reveals to us a universe fundamentally different from the one we perceive with our ordinary senses. At the deepest level of reality, as demonstrated by the double-slit experiments, matter exists in a state of quantum superposition, multiple possibilities coexisting simultaneously until the moment of observation. When we practice I am already there, we are essentially operating within this field of infinite possibilities. The pioneering work of David Bohm on the implicate order suggests that our visible reality is merely a manifestation of a deeper field of potentiality. His theory of the holographic universe proposes that each part contains information about the whole, just as each moment contains the seeds of all possible futures. Our practice of affirmation acts as a tuner, aligning our consciousness with the possibilities we wish to manifest. The concept of quantum entanglement, which Einstein famously referred to as spooky action at a distance, takes on new significance when we consider the power of our practice. The experiments conducted by Dean Radin and other consciousness researchers demonstrate that our intention can influence seemingly disconnected events and systems. When we declare, I am already there, we are essentially creating a resonant field capable of affecting reality in non-local ways. Rupert Sheldrake's theory of morphic fields offers another fascinating perspective for understanding how our practice can shape reality. Just as morphic fields organize patterns of biological development, our conscious affirmations can generate fields of influence that mold our experience of reality. Each time we practice, I am already there, we strengthen this field of possibility. The work of Dr. William Tiller on the physics of consciousness reveals how our focused intention can literally alter the physical properties of matter. His experiments with measurement devices show measurable changes in the electromagnetic field when practitioners maintain elevated states of consciousness. Our practice of "I am already there" can be understood as a form of conscious programming of the quantum field. The concept of linear time is profoundly challenged by quantum physics. Wheeler's delayed choice experiments suggest that events in the present can influence the past and vice versa. When we declare, "I am already there," we are essentially transcending the linearity of time, creating a point of connection between different moments of reality. The notion of quantum coherence, extensively studied at the HeartMath Institute, reveals how elevated states of consciousness can generate more ordered patterns of physiological and energetic activity. Our practice serves as an amplifier of this coherence, enabling us to access expanded states of consciousness and manifestation. The unified field theory, pursued by Einstein and other theoretical physicists, posits that all fundamental forces of the universe are expressions of a single underlying field. Our practice of "I am already there" can be understood as a conscious attunement to this unified field, allowing us to access deeper levels of reality and potentiality. The work of Carl Pribram on the holographic brain offers valuable insights into how our practice can influence our perception of reality. If our brain functions as a hologram, processing information in terms of frequency patterns, then our conscious affirmations can literally reprogram our perceptual filters. Quantum mechanics teaches us that the observer cannot be separated from the observed. When we practice "I am already there," we are not mere passive observers of reality, but active participants in its creation. Our focused awareness serves as an organizing field that influences the collapse of quantum possibilities into concrete experiences. The implications of this expanded understanding are profound. Our practice is not merely a mental or emotional exercise, but a form of conscious navigation in the infinite ocean of quantum possibilities. Each declaration of "I am already there" is like a wave propagating through the unified field, creating interference patterns that shape our manifested reality. Anna gazed at her reflection in the mirror as familiar doubts arose in her mind. After months of practicing "I am already there," she occasionally still found herself questioning the process. Like so many others on their journey of transformation, she discovered that obstacles and resistances are integral parts of the path, not stumbling blocks, but stepping stones to deeper understanding. The first and perhaps most common obstacle we encounter is doubt. As psychologist Carl Jung explains, in his work on individuation, doubt often masks a deeper process of psychic integration. When thoughts like, "Is this really possible?" or "Am I deceiving myself?" arise, we are actually encountering parts of ourselves that need to be acknowledged and integrated. The resistance of the ego, extensively studied by Eckhart Tolle, represents another significant challenge. The ego, structured around our past experiences and conditioning, naturally resists changes that threaten its familiar framework. Our practice of "I am already there" essentially invites a complete reconfiguration of our identity, something the ego initially perceives as threatening. Robert Kegan's work on adult development offers valuable insights into why we encounter resistance to growth. His research shows that each stage of development brings its own challenges and immunities to change. When we practice "I am already there," we are essentially inviting a vertical transformation in our consciousness, something that naturally activates these immunities. Impatience emerges as a subtle yet significant obstacle. Living in a culture of instant gratification, we may become frustrated when changes do not occur at the pace we expect. Jon Kabat-Zinn's work on mindfulness reminds us that true transformation happens in the organic time of nature, not on the schedule of our ego-driven desires. Established neural patterns, as Dr. Joe Dispenza explains, can create a form of addiction to our familiar emotional states, even when they no longer serve us. Our practice of "I am already there" essentially rewires our brain, a process that naturally encounters resistance from established neural circuits. The fear of the unknown represents another significant obstacle. As Brené Brown's work on vulnerability demonstrates, our brains are wired to prefer familiar discomfort over unknown comfort. When we declare, "I am already there," we are essentially navigating uncharted territories of our consciousness. Social pressure and cultural conditioning can create significant resistance. Martha Beck's work on social change shows how our social circles may inadvertently resist our transformation as it challenges the status quo of the system. Our practice may temporarily place us out of alignment with old support structures. Perfectionism, as explored by Kristin Neff in her work on self-compassion, can become a subtle obstacle. We may demand a perfect practice or specific outcomes, forgetting that the journey itself is an integral part of transformation. The practice of "I am already there" invites us to embrace imperfection as part of the process. Past traumas, as Peter Levine explains, can create energetic blockages that resist change. Our practice may occasionally bring up uncomfortable memories or sensations that need to be gently processed and integrated. This is a natural healing process that requires patience and compassion. The tendency toward overanalysis can become a significant hindrance. Daniel Kahneman's work on the two systems of thought reminds us that deep transformation often occurs beyond analytical thinking. Our practice calls us to trust more in intuitive wisdom than in constant rationalization. Comparing oneself to other practitioners can foster unnecessary resistance. As Thich Nhat Hanh teaches, each person has their own pace of awakening. Our journey with "I am already there" is unique and deeply personal, and it should not be measured by the standards or experiences of others. The sun had yet to rise when Isabel opened her eyes, sensing the stillness of the moment. Years of practice had taught her that the first moments of the day carry a special potency for the affirmation, "I am already there." In that liminal space, between sleep and full wakefulness, our minds are naturally more receptive to new programming, as demonstrated by Dr. Bruce Lipton's studies on brain states and their influence on subconscious reprogramming. Creating an effective daily practice is not merely about repeating words, but cultivating an internal and external environment that supports our transformation. Neuroscientist Andrew Huberman's research reveals how circadian rhythms influence our neuroplasticity, making certain times of day particularly powerful for transformative practices. The morning ritual emerges as a fundamental anchor. We begin, while still in bed, in the first moments of consciousness, with 3 deep breaths followed by the silent affirmation, "I am already there." Dr. James Doty, in his studies on the heart and the brain, reveals how this moment of morning stillness can establish a pattern of cardiac coherence that influences our entire day. The mirror practice, popularized by Louise Hay, takes on new depth when combined with our affirmation. Gazing into our own eyes while declaring, "I am already there," creates a powerful neurological feedback loop. Philippe Goldin's research on self-compassion and neuroplasticity demonstrates how this type of practice can literally reshape the neural networks related to self-image. Conscious movement naturally integrates into our daily practice. Whether through a meditative walk, yoga, or simple stretches, when we combine physical movement with our affirmation, we create a deeper embodied programming. The work of Moshe Feldenkrais on somatic awareness offers valuable insights into how to maximize these moments of mind-body integration. Reflective writing emerges as a powerful tool for integration. Keeping a journal where we document our experiences with the practice, including insights, synchronicities, and observed transformations, helps solidify our new reality. James Pennebaker, in his research on expressive writing, demonstrates how this process can accelerate our personal transformation. Transitional moments throughout the day, such as before meals when entering the car or before important meetings, become opportunities for micro-practices. Dr. Rick Hansen, in his work on positive neuroplasticity, emphasizes how these brief moments of mindful practice can create lasting changes in our brain. Nighttime practice holds particular significance. Studies on memory consolidation during sleep, conducted by Matthew Walker, reveal how our final thoughts before bed significantly influence our subconscious programming. A sequence of conscious breathing, followed by our affirmation, sets the stage for deep integration during sleep. Creating a sacred space in our home, a personal altar, or simply a quiet corner can amplify our practice. Claire Cooper. Marcus's work on the psychology of spaces demonstrates how consciously crafted environments can support our inner transformation. The mindful use of sound can greatly enhance our practice, whether through mantras, specific music, or simply the sound of our own voice. Sonic vibrations create a resonant field that amplifies our affirmations. The studies of Alfred Tomatis on the power of sound demonstrate how different frequencies can influence our state of consciousness. The importance of rhythm and consistency cannot be overstated. As shown in the work of B.J. Fogg on habit formation, small consistent practices are more transformative than sporadic, large efforts. Our affirmations become more powerful when they are naturally integrated into the rhythm of our daily lives. Working with natural elements can enrich our practice, whether it's lighting a candle, using essential oils, or simply connecting with plants or crystals. The incorporation of natural elements creates a multi-sensory experience that deepens our programming. Stephen Harrod Buhner's work on plant cognition offers fascinating insights into how these elements can amplify our intentions. As the sun set on a particularly significant day, Maya gazed at the horizon from her balcony, reflecting on the extraordinary journey that had brought her to this moment. The simple phrase, "I am already there," had transformed into a gateway to an entirely new way of being, not just for her, but for all who dared to embark on this profound exploration of human consciousness. Our journey through the preceding chapters has led us down a path of discovery and transformation, unveiling the multiple dimensions through which this practice operates, from cellular biology to quantum fields, from the deepest emotions to the most transcendent experiences. As Dr. Ervin Laszlo proposes in his theory of the Akashic field, everything is interconnected within a fundamental fabric of consciousness, and our practice allows us to navigate this web of interconnections with awareness. Modern science is only beginning to grasp what ancient traditions have always known. Our consciousness is a creative field that continuously shapes our reality. The pioneering work of scientists like Bruce Lipton is filled fresh. Between ancient wisdom and the latest discoveries in quantum physics, neuroscience, and cellular biology, the practice of "I am already there" emerges as a deeply transformative technology of consciousness, operating simultaneously across multiple levels of our existence. On the physical level, we witness the reorganization of our neural patterns and genetic expression. On an emotional level, we experience a profound alchemy that transmutes fear into courage, doubt into certainty, and separation into connection. In the realm of relationships, we observe how our practice creates waves of transformation that extend far beyond ourselves. As demonstrated in the work of Thomas Hubel on trauma and collective healing, when an individual elevates their vibrational frequency, it creates a ripple effect that influences the entire social field around them. The temporal dimension of our existence gains a new perspective through this practice. As physicist Carlo Rovelli suggests in his studies on the nature of time, the present moment is far more malleable and multidimensional than our linear perception implies. "I am already there" allows us to consciously navigate this temporal plasticity, bringing potential futures into our present experience. The challenges we encounter along the way, doubts, resistances, moments of apparent regression, reveal themselves as essential aspects of our evolution. As Sri Aurobindo teaches in his vision of conscious evolution, every obstacle is, in truth, an opportunity for deeper integration and more complete transmutation. Our daily practice reveals itself as a sacred ritual of co-creation with the universe. Each moment of conscious affirmation is like a drop in the ocean of universal consciousness, contributing to the collective evolution of humanity. Jan Gebser's work on the structures of consciousness suggests that we stand on the brink of a significant evolutionary leap in our ability to perceive and interact with reality. The integration of science and spirituality that emerges through this practice points to a new paradigm of human existence. We are not merely manifesting different personal realities, we are actively participating in the evolution of collective consciousness. As Ken Wilber suggests in his integral theory, this kind of practice allows us to navigate consciously through the various levels and dimensions of reality. The transformative power of I Am Already There lies in its profound simplicity. It requires no special equipment, complex initiations, or years of esoteric training. Like a universal key, it is available to anyone who chooses to use it with sincerity and commitment. Angeles Arian's work on universal wisdom reminds us that the deepest truths are often the simplest. As we conclude this exploration, it is important to recognize that this is not an end, but a beginning. Each person who incorporates this practice into their life becomes a living portal to new possibilities, a beacon illuminating the path for others. As Barbara Marx Hubbard teaches in her work on conscious evolution, each of us is a pivotal point in the emergence of a new humanity. The invitation now extends to you, the reader, to take these words not merely as information, but as a call to direct exploration. Your journey with I Am Already There will be unique, a reflection of your own divine essence and infinite potential. Like an ever-open portal, this practice awaits you, ready to unveil new dimensions of possibility with every moment you choose to affirm your highest truth.